We have a very important story here regarding our Turning Point USA chapter at SUNY Cortland. So joining the program, we have a lawyer from the Alliance Defending Freedom, Mathew Hoffmann. We also have Gabriella Delorenzo, TPUSA president at SUNY Cortland, and Megan Rothmund at SUNY Cortland, TPUSA vice president. Welcome all of you to the program. This is a remarkable story. Both of you, Gabriella and Megan, when you started the Turning Point USA chapter, they tried to target you. They made you go through a 100-minute struggle session in public. Let's start with you, Gabriella. Gabriella, tell us the story.
So we were presenting our club to Student Senate, and it was no one really was paying attention to us is what happened. They already had their biases about Turning Point. They already had their decision made before we even got there. And what made it worse was a faculty member, a professor, had gotten on the mic and he spread a hateful rhetoric about Turning Point USA and misinformation about it. And at that point, it was just 70 plus people attacking us. And there was nothing we can do at that point. The decision was made.
So just either, Megan, why don't we throw this to you? Why did you both of you want to start the chapter? What led you to want to try and bring Turning Point USA to your campus?
Well, Gabriella actually reached out to me about becoming vice president. And as soon as she gave me the opportunity to become vice president, I just jumped on it. I knew this was such a great organization and I knew I wanted to be a part of it. And we wanted to bring something to the school that should be on campus. I mean, it's an amazing organization and a lot of students love it.
So it's so important. And by the way, I just hope everyone understands, when you start a Turning Point group, you get targeted, you get ridiculed, you get isolated because of that. Mathew Hoffmann is with us from the Alliance Defending Freedom, great organization. Mathew, you guys got involved. How did the school, let's just say, I don't want to say break the law, but not follow the proper legal framework for the starting of a chapter? And what did you guys at ADF do to help assist our amazing Turning Point USA students?
Yeah, thanks, Charlie. The First Amendment is clear that universities cannot pick and choose which views they want on campus. They cannot discriminate against conservative views. And by giving the student government the license to decide what groups can go on campus based on their views alone, the university violated the First Amendment. It inhibited the Turning Point chapters and Gabriella and Megan's speech and associational rights on campus, and that's unconstitutional.
So let me go back to Gabriella here. Gabriella, why did you persevere? What was your immediate reaction to getting denied, and what kept you going?
My immediate thought was, after we got denied, I had turned to Megan at that point and I said, we're going to keep fighting. We're going to keep going, because it wasn't fair to us that there are other clubs on this campus who get to believe in what they believe in and get to hold events. And just because people have different opinions than us, we weren't allowed to. And I actually ended up going to AmFest and I spoke to you about the situation. And you told me, you said, don't take no as an answer, just keep going. And I took that as more motivation to keep going.
Yeah, I mean, I remember meeting you, and I hope everyone in the audience understands, watching and listening, these are the hope for the future. This is what fighting looks like and not giving up. Megan, what has the response on campus been from other students? And talk about the kind of resolve it took to persevere as the administration tried to get in the way of starting the Turning Point USA chapter.
Well, we definitely face a lot of backlash because there are students that don't agree with the chapter. But we've also gotten a lot of positive feedback. I mean, we had an interest meeting on Monday and we had 40 plus students come, which is really good for our first event. And we've been getting a lot of positive feedback from people who want to be a part of the club. So we're definitely doing something right here, because a lot of students feel like they're silenced, and having the club on campus is allowing them to speak their voice like we are now. That's
so important. And this is a lesson. People follow courage. Courage begets courage. I want to throw it back to Mathew. Mathew, can you speak broadly of anybody on campus that is experiencing this type of bias, how they can contact and work with ADF, and also how you guys are on an ongoing basis representing students' constitutional rights on campus?
Yeah, well, we encourage anyone, if you feel censored or discriminated against because of your speech on campus, to contact us at Alliance Defending Freedom. Our website is adflegal.org. And every day we see inquiries, and we're helping out students to start a Turning Point chapter, to associate together, to bring great speakers to campus. And it's just an unfortunate fact of modern life that the universities have become very intolerant to views that, like Gabriella and Megan's, that some disagree with. And instead of, debating those views or taking them on the merits, they try to shut them down or prevent them from even coming to campus. So we just at ADF want to stand beside those courageous students like Gabriella and Megan to make a difference and inspire others on campus to do the same.
Gabriella, what happened with the administration since this controversy? Has the professor apologized? Have you guys received any apology?
No. We haven't.
Has there been any? Yeah, please continue.
Yeah, apology-wise, we haven't received any apologies, like directly from the professor or from the president. But Mathew can answer like the rest about, what was accepted like throughout the lawsuit and stuff like that.
Yeah, and so I guess, you guys are continuing to keep on fighting and organizing. Final thoughts, both Megan and Gabriella, what are your pitch to other students watching this that are experiencing controversy or are afraid? What is your message to them, to all the students across the country that are thinking about getting involved?
I just want to say that you're not alone at all. There are other people on your campus who support you. And if you get denied, it's okay. Keep pushing, keep fighting, because we will lose our democracy if we don't have these conversations. And it's a big problem that we see on our campus and how one-sided it has been. I've been silenced on my campus since I was a sophomore, and I just kept going and I just kept fighting. And when you speak out, more people will back you and speak out with you. You give other conservatives and other people who feel the same way as you a voice on campus, and you empower them to speak out.
Yeah,
Gabriella, and please, Megan, your thoughts.
I really hope that we can inspire people who felt the same way, hidden in the darkness, just to come out and make sure that you're feeling welcomed, you're feeling accepted on college campus, because that's what college is about. We hope that we open the door for people that feel uncomfortable to do what me and Gabriella did, and just allow people to feel comfortable in college.
Well, I think it's terrific. We'll see both of you at our Young Women's Leadership Summit, I hope, in Dallas. God bless you both. And thank you, Mathew, for defending them. Thank you all.
Thank you, Charlie.
Thank you, Charlie.